Hello and welcome back. This is Stephen from Be That Social Guy, and today we have the 10 different tests that women play on you. And as a man, yes, you have to pass them all, or at least most of them. But for sure, you've got to be aware of them just so that you're able to handle your girlfriend, the future girlfriend, the wife, whatever it is, you can handle them better. So the first one that we're going to look at here is compliance, which we can look here to say, they might ask you to do something, they might ask you to hold their bag, something like that. Now, a lot of the time, they are things which are so small that you probably wouldn't even notice, and you probably would just do it. But if you keep complying, and you do it too easily, it does come across as looking weak. Listen, I don't make the rules, I'm just reporting them. So don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to have your personal boundaries and to stand up for yourself, okay? You can, you know, do some things for her. Just make sure that she's doing things for you as well, of course. But there's going to be a time when you're not really sure if you want to do it or not. And in those moments, you would just say, no, I'm not going to do that, okay? Or you can tease her back with a rejection. But just make sure that you are not complying with every little thing because it may start small, but it's going to get bigger and bigger. The next one that we look at is competency. Okay, she's basically seeing how competent you are as a man. Can you actually do it? Um, okay, this guy used to do this for me, but can you do that? Things like that. Now, again, there's a certain level of respect and disrespect that goes along with it. You have to deal with that and understand yourself what your personal boundaries are. But basically, if she asks you to do something like open up a jar and you can do it, you're a hero. And if you can't do it, she'll lose a lot of respect for you and you're basically dead to her. Okay. Also, they always want to show you off to her friends. So, this is why it's always good to be quite sociable and good with people because if you come across to her friends as really nice and everything and you can deal with them, that's going to get you extra bonus points and it's going to make her look good as well. Okay. Again, the opening the jar was just an example, um, but it could be a number of things. So just make sure that you are competent in a few different areas, or at least you come across as competent anyway. The next one is about frame control. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of girls that like to argue just to argue, or they reply back aggressively, or even they use rude words. Now, the way you deal with that is that you hold your ground, you give a calm and flirty response. Now, again, personal boundaries of yours, it depends on how much you are willing to accept and how far she actually goes. But normally it's a calm, flirty response first, which can disable her test. But if it's repetitive from her, then you need to down the law a little bit stronger with her, or even start doubting your future with her as well. Okay, so I mean the reason she does the frame control and she tries to kind of ruffle things up a bit. Maybe she's just a little bit bored. Maybe she sees a weakness and she's trying to exploit it. All you need to do, hold your ground, stand up for yourself, start off calm and flirty, and then if it continues, be a little bit more firm with your words. The next one are rules. She's going to want to put a couple of rules on you, or she's going to want to set some things from the beginning. I mean, a lot of the time it's I don't have sex on the first few dates or things like that. Don't worry about it. She's just testing you. Again, a calm, flirty response is always the best way to deal with that. Remember, women make rules for betas and break rules for alphas. So if she's putting some rules on you, you know, you haven't proved to her that you're, um, well, let's say a competent, masculine man yet. It may be still too early, but you can definitely change that around. Now, this one is course of relation. She doesn't trust your relationship. Okay, so basically, she's not feeling led enough. She doesn't see you as much of a leader, which means she's going outside of the relationship to get some kind of advice on the relationship. Now, okay, at that point, it means that you've been doing things wrong. It doesn't mean that she's going to leave you, but you need to step up your game. You need to understand relationships better. You need to lead her better. You need to get some more respect from her, which means, you know, putting more, being stronger with your boundaries, being more direct with how you talk to her, taking her on dates, treating her well, and to get the bit of trust back. Okay. Again, if she has single friends, I hope that she's not taking advice from them, because usually it's not the best idea. Effectively, she doesn't trust your judgment. So you need to bring that back again. Comparison to other men is, you know, for us men, that's disgusting. She shouldn't be bringing up other men. She's already thought about leaving you, and no, the fact that she's able to bring up other men and how they treat their girlfriend, it's kind of like she's opened her eyes to the possibility that you can't treat her like that. Okay, so that is not good. She doesn't see you as high enough, and it kind of connects with the next one. It's comparing her to the other relationships. Again, hopefully not her ex. If she does that, that's the relationship is already gone. You need to walk away. But if it's like, you know, her friends, boyfriends, you know, maybe you do need to step it up a little bit. You need to, you know, have a bit of self-reflection, and are you actually, you know, leading the relationship correctly? But also, you know, the last thing you want to do is fully copy another man, because masculine men don't follow other men. You can definitely adapt and listen to what she's saying, because to some degree it might have a bit of truth to it. However, you don't want to fully start copying other men. Okay, so in this situation, try to find out what the issue is. Maybe she's not getting enough attention. Maybe she doesn't feel feminine enough. Okay, I mean things like going on dates, surprises, spontaneous ideas, things like that can also help. Attention test. Oh, such a big one here. I mean, attention is something that women crave, um, and good women crave it from one man, the right man. Okay, so your girlfriend should not be marketing herself. If she's posting on Instagram more pictures of herself, less of you, more stories of herself, her being dressed up, her being with her friends, things like that, not the best of signs, to be honest. I mean, to be honest, if you are dating a girl and all her pictures on a profile are just pictures of her, mm, you have to understand that she values a number of men's attention to some degree. Obviously, her friends' attention too, but also a number of friends' attention as well. So that might be something you have to kind of train out of her in a way. But I would avoid those type of women anyway for anything serious. But they shouldn't be fishing for it, basically. They shouldn't be asking for it. They should understand and be careful that, you know, men like women, if they put attention out there, men are gonna come. Okay, even if they don't put attention out where men come. So they need to be just a little bit aware about that. And that's in the clothes they wear, social media posts, how much they use social media going out, things like that. The respect test. Okay, we have the respect test here. Respect is the most important thing. You know, it's something that you need in a relationship. The woman needs to respect you. Okay, I mean the other way around too, but I'm talking to men at the moment, giving men advice. You need that woman to respect you. Otherwise, you have nothing. She needs to look up to you to some degree. Okay? If she doesn't respect you, your attention is worthless. And again, this could be, you know, she doesn't value meeting up with you. She doesn't really text you that much. It just means that she doesn't respect you and that your attention doesn't mean anything to her. So again, that's something that you need to really look into, whether you continue with her or not. And finally, the emasculating test. Okay, she basically hints that she's going to leave. She doesn't want you anymore. She may do this because you know, it could be a test of how you emotionally react to her. You know, if you're reactive too much. So yeah, and that is basically it. 10 tests that you need to be aware of for women. Took about 10 minutes. Fantastic. I like how fast it was. And guys, we'll catch you in the next video. Check out my other videos too, and have a good day.